Okay, so the next question is, what should you expect from a mega site social? You should expect bullshit. Now, I was going to do this video without ever having gone to one, but I figured that would make me a hypocrite. So I changed up. I'm trying to shoot someplace where you guys get to enjoy the background also. So I went to the DM social, and for one, they overcharged the hell out of the guys who were staying in the hotel. I paid $700 for a 2-day deal. I went to the Saturday and Sunday, right? Other guys came and stayed in the hotel. They got picked up and they got a speed dating event, and they got hotel rooms for the extent of the stay. And I think it was like 5 days, but they paid starting $2,200. And if you wanted a nicer room, you would pay $2,800. And they paid a little less than that because they discounted it. But there was 18 guys there. Now, write the math down if you want to. I don't have it in front of me. I already wrote it down at home, so I have an idea of how it works out. But decent amount of guys. And the only real event you got, again, was the speed dating event, and you got 3 dates. 3 dates on Dream Marriage is 200 credits a pop. So that's like $80. So that's $240 worth of dates. Okay, so you got the translator and all that stuff, just like if you did it through Dream Marriage. The guys who stayed in the room, their rooms, the standard room in that hotel was like, I got it written down, I should have brought it with me, it's like $25 a night. The nicest room that they had was $50 a night. So the guys who paid for the extra 5 days got ass raped. And I actually filmed a video where I thought I did. The one where you see me walking around with Mark. The first part of that video was us talking about the social and the economics of it and how he felt about it and how I felt about it. But like an idiot amateur, I accidentally didn't tape that because the little light wasn't blinking. So, all right, now I've been to this thing, right? So to start off with, I paid $700, and that was 2-day event, Saturday and Sunday. I got a nightclub party, sort of like in a, what do you call it? A hotel ballroom kind of thing where they rented a small room. And that was bullshit. And then the next day we got a pool party, and the pool party had a better vibe and more natural, but that was also bullshit. Now, in case you haven't figured it out, look over my left shoulder at the end of the restaurant, just for something to look at besides me, for those of you who don't want to stare in my eyes. Excuse me, the car's parking. So we get to the social, and the first night they have a bunch of, I'm not kidding you, they have a guy juggling bottles, like at a nightclub or at a bar. Nothing for you to fucking sit there and watch, but just, if that's supposed to be the entertainment. And then the second entertainment is a bunch of half-naked girls, and I've got a video of it, so if I can find it, I'll post that too, of half-naked girls coming and dancing, doing this kind of traditional Ukrainian thing mixed with like an Indian thing. It really didn't make any sense. And if you're really at the social to find a wife, why would they send a bunch of half-naked 22-year-old girls in there to dance in front of a bunch of men? Because, half-naked girls always makes men behave their absolute best in front of women that they potentially want to marry. They keep rushing us back inside. There's one room where you can go talk, and there's another room where everything's happening. And every time something happens, if you're outside talking to girls, they want to bring you back inside so they can shoot the video to make the video look cooler for the people who see it on the fucking website. Next day, I get a few phone numbers. The next day, same deal. We got the pool parties, a bunch of food. The house was about $200 for the day. I think they get it for 8 hours or 10 hours or whatever. They get it from a certain time to like the end of the day. And this was a house out in the outskirts of Kyiv, in an area called Sofiskaya, where the apartments and everything are very affordable. So anyway, it's $200 for that, for them to rent that. Then they spent on catering. Between the 2 days, I'm gonna be nice and call it $1,000. They didn't spend that, but I'm gonna call it that. At the party, there are some girls who are genuine. There's a decent amount of, let's say there's 37 girls, and they actually had to scramble the next day to get the 37 girls, because some of the girls came to the first or second day and they didn't come to the last day, so they didn't have enough eye candy, right? So they get some girls to invite their friends, even though they tell you that all the girls are pre-cleared. They were not, so they had to create a profile, I think, for a couple of girls in order to put them on the website. And what happens is Dream Marriage hires, all right, this is me speculating, Dream Marriage gets one of their partner agencies to throw the whole thing. So he gets X amount of dollars, and then he throws it probably for as cheap as he can, and then pockets the fucking difference. So at the pool party, there's a couple of stunning, well, I'm sorry, one is absolutely stunning. Like every man agreed she was the most beautiful girl there. 22, hard body, Barbie, just everything all the cliches. And there's a decent amount of girls who are attractive or very attractive. And then about half the girls are what I would call normal for Ukraine, okay? And some of these are 35 plus, definitely serious, probably had one kid, if not more, and really looking for a husband and companion. There were a few girls in their earlier 30s who were definitely there for real reasons. And then most of the girls who were under 20 were there for bullshit. The super stunner and her very pretty sidekick are very not social the whole day. They sit off to the side most of the day. They eat the food, they do, you know, whatever. And they don't come alive until the karaoke starts, where they participate in that by themselves, just the two of them. Still, and that's a pool party. They're still wearing their shorts and t-shirts and a hat and everything. And then boom, the video camera comes out. They're sitting by the hot tub doing selfies like I'm doing right now, which is, a lot of Ukrainian girls do this, it's not a big deal. But they're not really socializing with the guys. And then the video camera comes out and now boom, they're down to bikinis, there's cleavage everywhere. It's like a fucking rap video, and they're dancing around doing their thing and making the party look really fun, so it looks exciting on the video when they post it on the website. Now, if they do post me, like before they find out about this website, I'll be on there. Once they find out about this website, I'm gonna guess I get edited out. But if you look for the Dream Marriage Party for 2017, if they post it, I don't know that they will or not, you will see me there rapping a 50 Cent song with a bunch of girls fucking dancing around. Now, that was like 7 minutes of the fucking party. Most of the party was just kind of mellow. We did a little playing in the pool, whatever. Some people were really there to have a good time and socialize. They didn't really make any effort for a few of the guys who were really awkward. You know, the socially awkward guys that you think do this kind of dating. The guy who's not really experienced talking to women. One guy showed up to the fucking pool party, man, in a hat like a Kangol, but turned forward, with a long sleeve dress shirt. I'm gonna be fair, maybe it was short sleeve, slacks, and a fucking tie. I mean, he looked completely out of place. Everybody else is wearing something so they could strip down the swim trunks, or so they could do whatever. It's a fucking pool party. You know, what do you expect people to be wearing or guys to be wearing at a pool party? These guys did not have it down. This guy did not have it down. And they did not make an effort to include him in the event. They did a few lame ass fucking events so they could kind of videotape everybody doing it to make it look like it was more fun. The two girls who I told you weren't really interested in talking to anybody, they managed to go the entire day at the pool party, drinking champagne or whatever was around and doing their little nibbling. And like I said, they did a show for the camera, not really interested in socializing with anybody. If you asked them for their number, they would ask you for yours. And if you're a man who's asked a woman for her number, you know how that shit goes. That means no in a nice way. It gets to the end of the day, the guys hop on the shuttle and we're all sent back to the hotel or wherever we're going. I leave with a few people and we go to another place, to a beach club they call it, but it's on a lake. The two girls who aren't interested in socializing with anybody don't leave till the end of the day. And every time they want to do something or they want to change something, they would go and talk to one particular guy in a blue shirt at the event. My assumption, and the assumption of a few other guys, is this is the guy who was actually throwing the party, and these girls were from his agency. And I'm gonna repeat this even though it's on another part of a video, because I think it's important. The girls who gave me their phone number, yeah, okay, great, I'm a big player, I got your phone number, right? The next day, I'm vibering and doing whatever, trying to conversate with them and trying to, you know, have another meeting with them. Nothing happens, or we're just kind of bullshitting. About 12 o'clock or so, I get a phone call from an interpreter. And I'm like, I understand you have a date with such and such today. Well, who? I have a date with such and such. I haven't set any dates now. So the translator proceeds to tell me that, oh, well, this girl wants to have a date with you today if you're available. She'd like to meet you at this time. I'm like, okay, well, you know, I am interested in that girl. You know, how much are you as a translator? And she tells me $30 an hour. Now, keep in mind, these girls will spend 8 hours or 10 hours at a party with me. So they've already done the whole get to know you phase. So that whole thing about I'm worried about safety and shit is basically bullshit. But you should be used to, when you come here the first time, that you're going to have a translator there for the girls' protection. It's basically a bullshit they tell you. In some cases, maybe it's true. But to be a gentleman, you do it the first time, right? Even, like I said, even though these girls have already spent plenty of time with me to get to know me, and I have my own translator who they've met. Okay, fine. How much is a translator? $30 an hour. Okay, translators here are $10 an hour if you hire one yourself. If you hire it through an agency, most of them charge you between 15 and 20. So for her to be 30 bucks an hour is ridiculous. The only time I've paid anybody 20 bucks an hour, a girl emailed me at random. So by the way, don't do this. A girl emailed me at random, said, hey, I saw you on such and such site or whatever it was, sent me a photo. She was gorgeous. She wanted me to meet her, but she wanted her friend there for safety. They charged me 20 bucks an hour. They met me at like 11 o'clock and the date went until fucking midnight. And this happened 3 days in a row, or excuse me, 2 days in a row. And by the third date, I'm like, look, I'm not gonna keep fucking doing this. I've got a translator, you know, can we drop your translator now and spend some time, you know, using my girl? Well, no, and she's not gonna be a different price and blah, blah, blah. What they were doing was splitting the money. So you get this $240 tab at the end of the day. She gets 120, she gets 120. And in this case, her friend, the translator, sometimes we went bowling one time, for example, and she keeps getting up fucking bowling, doing stuff. So I can't even talk to my date, even though I'm paying her to fucking be there and translate. And she's of course getting food and everything else because you want to be a gentleman. So when the girl tells me she's 30 bucks a fucking hour for this date with the girl, I'm like, well, that's bullshit, because basically you're charging me 10 for you, 10 for the girl, and 10 for the fucking agency. And I'm not new. I live here. I've been here for a fucking year. I'm not falling for this shit. So as soon as I say that, suddenly I'm not getting my Viber messages returned. And even though the girl and I could communicate on Viber, why do we need a translator, right? So again, my opinion of the big socials, now that I have been to one, don't fucking bother. Because they'll tell you that you're going to be able to get direct access to the girl. And some of the girls you will. There were genuine girls there. Don't get me wrong. I knew some of the girls who were there. They were really there. The guy Joe, he made a connection with somebody and they may still be in communication, I'm not sure, but we had a decent time and we did meet some genuine girls. But half of it, and you need to expect this, half of it is bullshit. Will there be real girls there? Yes. Will there be a lot of bullshit there too? Yes. So don't over fucking pay for it. Don't be the guys who paid $2,300 for it. Be the idiot like me who paid only $700 for it. So you paid $350 for, you know, each day. That wasn't too bad of a deal, to be honest with you. But the $2,800, I'd be fucking pissed because it really wasn't worth it. You didn't get much value for it.